before I even moved, I used to live in North Platte. I was driving 3 times a week.
Wow. Holy cow.
From North Platte to here.
Like 90 minutes one way.
Yeah. So I did
3
that
times a week.
Yeah, I did that for like 2 months. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to move.
Just a second. That's the kind of commitment that it takes to be at an elite level of anything. If you have a gym that you can go to and it's probably one of the best in the area, but 90 minutes away, if you care about something, you're going to make it happen. The best of the best make it happen, okay? So whatever you want to do in your life, you got to go and make it happen. You might have to drive 90 minutes one way, okay? So I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to hear it. That's all I got. All right.
Tell him.
That's all I got. All right, baby, what's good? Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another episode 2 of Kearney Combat Sports, the podcast, KCS, the podcast. You can find it on the Uglee Franco show on Spotify and Joshua White YouTube and Kearney Combat YouTube. So, yeah, dude, this morning we've got one of the fighters from Kearney Combat here. They call him the champ. So we're going to find out why today. All right. You know, he's one of those guys that you could just probably take home to your grandmother and he'd eat all the chocolate chip cookies at her house. But he'll probably knock you out at the same time. You know, he's not too tired after the full stomach situation. You know, he'll knock you out. So be careful. He's wearing a cast right now, but that doesn't mean anything. Okay. He's an animal and he's dangerous. He's got a dentist appointment at 2, so we got to get out of here soon. Guys, it's Delfino, and I don't know your last name because I met you yesterday.
Benitez.
Benitez, that's right. Delfino Benitez, guys. Instagram, at
Pino Samo.
All right. So how you doing today?
Doing good, man.
Yeah? How you feeling?
Got my work in the morning, 7 a.m. with the team.
Oh, my gosh.
Took a quick nap like usual. And now I got some coffee. Now we're here.
So what kind of coffee you drinking in the morning after a run, dude? You guys just run this morning?
We did a little. I mean, the team did a little lift.
Okay, a little bit of a lift.
Ass, obviously, like you said, I have a cast on.
So you injured it, doing that good work. Yep. How long you out for?
I've been out for a month and a half, so I got a week and a half in this cast and gonna do some therapy.
But not you're still showing up to the gym, huh?
Started to.
Okay, yeah, good. Okay.
I was coming in, watching practices and whatnot. Then as you know, Richard requested my presence like a week and a half ago.
Requested your presence. I like that.
Yeah, dude, it's like the champ needs to be here, you know. I was like,
so tell me, okay, so
damn right.
So you're the champ.
Yes, sir.
So how's that?
Feels good, man. It's
so
totally
the champ
different.
of what though? The champ of what though? Tell me everything. What weight class? What division are we fighting at here?
Yeah, so I'm the champ of the Bantamweight division for Dynasty Combat Sports.
There we go. Bantamweight?
Yeah, 135.
Okay. 135.
Which is normally not.
Shout out to Dynasty Combat Sports.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to him. Okay, so when was that fight? When was that championship fight?
June 9th.
June 9th? It just happened.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
So you broke that hand during the fight or after?
During. Yeah. We're 2 rounds in, you know, and I come back to the corner and I thought maybe I jammed it or something. It's just the way I throw my hooks.
Yeah.
Which something I need to work on. I was trying to send him back to his corner, breathing from air every round. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at the end of the second round, I was digging in some body shots, and yeah, I felt something. So I walked back to my corner and I told Richard, I think I broke my thumb.
Oh.
And he was like, so what do you want to do? I didn't say.
He was like, "You want me to put some icy hot on it or what? Get back out there."
Yeah, that's what he was thinking. But him being nice, you know, in the corner, I guess you gotta be settled and calm. You know,
yeah,
what I mean?
I could see how that helps.
So he's like, "So what do you want to do?" I didn't say anything. So I just and then he didn't hear anything from me, so he just kept giving me advice and. He sent me back out there, man. I was like, all right, let's do it.
So Richard broke your hand.
This is all his fault. Yeah. Let's blame it on him.
He's putting the poor guy out of work. Can't show up to Red Lobster.
Yeah, it was good.
That's not
though.
where he works,
So,
but I forgot.
it was good. Went back out there. Like I said, fought 2.5 more rounds.
Really?
Then he tried to take me down because that's basically his game plan. That's his game plan every fight.
Oh, take him down.
Not just against me. That's literally his style.
That's what he does. That's his style.
That's his thing. And
he's got that.
He was going in for a single. I managed to hop on one leg for a little bit, put his head to the side. His neck was there, and I took it.
He took it.
Took it.
Where'd you take it? Did you take it to Walmart and drop it off in a random aisle? Yeah, that's what I heard you did.
Put it on special, man. Put it on special. Now my teammate's gonna get it
for a cheaper price too, at a fraction of the cost. Well, that's awesome. So, why do you like punching people, dude? How come you come to this crazy gym? I mean, just off the top of my head, it stinks here. There's no nice people. You know, you guys are yelling, hitting things, fighting all the time. I was here last night for practice. I won't say any names, but JB was grunting, man. JB's not a name, man. So that's not a name, though. JB's not a name. So, yeah, dude, why does somebody come to a mixed martial arts gym and try to learn how to do self-defense? It just doesn't seem like any fun.
Yeah, it does not, but I got into it a long time ago. I've been fighting for 10 years.
Yeah.
Since I made my debut.
How old were you then?
2013.
Okay, how old were you?
30 now. I was 23 back then. Mm-hmm. But I started doing it just because it seemed fun. Not really because I wanted to learn how to do self-defense or this or that. Just watching. It
seemed fun.
Yeah, it seemed like challenging, you know what I mean?
Dodging punches to your face. Dodging casual assault.
Something I could see myself doing that. I think that's when I used to watch Anderson Silva and all those guys. I don't know if you're familiar with a little bit.
I know some.
But at that time, Anderson Silva was messing people up, man.
He was high on the horse. Yeah. He was the best in the biz, huh?
Yeah, and I like pictured myself doing that. Mm-hmm. Granted, I don't think I have a highlight like Anderson Silva yet, but
we'll get there.
I could see myself doing that.
We'll get there.
So I was like, okay, kind of like lit a fire, you know what I mean? And that was in like my senior year of high school.
Motivated?
That was my junior.
All right.
Junior year of high school. Right. So
inspired by Anderson Silva to come out here and try to dodge punches. And hit people.
I used to live in North Platte back then.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
The next year, my senior year, I decided to join wrestling.
Okay. How'd that go?
Went good. For my first year ever wrestling, I made it to state wrestling.
Yeah.
I got my
first year?
Yeah. First
what weight?
Year. I used to wrestle 119. I used to walk around 120, 119. I didn't know anything about weight cutting or anything. So I walked around 119. I wrestled 119. So. Yeah,
nice. But you were like probably just all lean muscle. Like everything was usable.
I was decently strong. I'd want to say I was skinny then, but
right.
Skinny but fast.
Okay, so what I'm getting is you're not scared. You know, you don't really have a fear of things. I think you were more scared to come on the pod than anything, but you definitely weren't scared to get in the gym. And your first year that you get into wrestling, you kind of take it over. You go to state. So that's a different kind of mentality right there. The point of this podcast is to get after the winning mentality, right? We want elite people to talk to, right? So that's just off the top of my head. I'm just like, wow, dude, first year you go to state. What happens after that?
Went to state wrestling. Like I said, I got my butt kicked over there at state, but
for your first year, showing up to the dance is cool, you know?
Yeah. And that alone, just wrestling alone taught me a lot of things. How to push through things. Like there was days that I showed up for conditioning.
Yeah.
Those days sucked. Because they had us do sprints, this, that. I was dead.
Sweating with the
and
hoodies
like
on.
I said, it was my first year wrestling, and like my biceps were on fire, dude.
Yeah, just from pulling constantly.
I think there might have been a time or two that I was like dropping some tears because, like it hurt that bad. Like all that clinching, that.
Yeah.
And I had to show up to practice the next day, and I think that's what started leading up to pushing through pain, that.
That's interesting.
Good. Wrestling. In Mexico, I did some sports, but nothing at that level that would push me physically and mentally. So.
Yeah. Did you play soccer ever?
In Mexico.
Yeah.
That's because I'm Mexican.
I didn't say that. Hey, cut that. Take that out.
I played soccer. I was decent at it.
I played soccer too. I'm white. Whites can play.
Okay.
Let us play, bro.
Basketball?
Nah, don't. You don't want to see me. You don't want to see me do that. No, it's real bad.
Me neither, bro.
Okay, so you played a little soccer growing up.
Little soccer. That's about the only thing. The crazy thing, that's the only thing what I knew in Mexico was soccer and a little bit of basketball during middle school. So
you literally just came to, the United States, didn't know any other like sport. You kind of knew that sports existed, or have you ever seen an MMA clip before, or did you just find Anderson Silva and go, oh?
Yeah, I didn't know any sports really. I mean, I knew baseball.
Mm-hmm. And what age did you come to the United States?
I was 13.
Okay.
Yep, I was 13. But I didn't even hear about. I know boxing. It's crazy big in Mexico, you know what I mean?
Really?
But I didn't even hear about it until I moved here. That's how isolated I was because I didn't grow up in a city or anything.
Oh, okay. It was a small town in Mexico?
Yep. I grew up in a small town of like 45 houses maybe.
45 houses.
Yeah.
I've never heard a town be measured in how many houses there are. We've got small towns in Nebraska.
No,
I thought you were going to say like 4,500. And you hit me with the 45 houses. Holy cow.
It's kind of hard to measure in people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, totally. I've just never heard it.
There might be like 5-10 people living in a house.
Really? Yeah. No way. Yeah, totally. That makes sense.
In Mexico, I mean, families stick together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even like once the kids or whatever you want to call it, they're adults, they still kind of live with the family to help out the family, and it's kind of a big thing. It's
completely opposite of the United States.
Definitely. But
I think a lot of the world is opposite in that way from the United States. People take care of their family more.
Yeah,
you turn 18, 19, 20, 21, United States, it's pretty much just bye, mom and dad.
Yeah, they're looking forward to get out of the house.
Yeah, they're trying to go and live a life. And then put their parents in a retirement home.
That was me when I moved here, because I moved when I was 13. You know what I mean?
Right.
I kind of picked up on the ways of the people here.
Yeah.
So
why'd you move alone at 13? How did you move alone at 13? You were alone?
I used to live with my grandparents in Mexico.
Okay.
So my dad moved here when I was 2, I believe. Him and my mother moved over here to the U.S. to try to better better themselves, better
Right.
for us, you know. So I lived with my grandparents from when I was 2 till I was 13. So,
Okay. So then you moved up to be with your dad.
Yep. So I was probably not in the best behavior over there in Mexico, you know.
Oh, as Drake would say, I'm on my worst behavior.
Exactly. That was me, bro. So my dad just asked me, he's like, he didn't force me. He asked, he's like, what do you think about moving to the U.S.?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let's do it, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Your dad's like, there's juvie up here. Hey, man, why don't you come up here and stay with me?
Yeah,
I got a nice place for you.
I think deep down he knew the ways of the U.S. You know, you got to be on.
Hey, man, you got POs down there? No, I got a bunch of them up there. They're gonna love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's get them in the system, boys.
Thankfully, thanks to him, I'm here, and yeah, thanks to him, I'm able to be doing this, because otherwise I would have never been here. I would have never heard about MMA. I would have. Who knows what I would be doing right now?
Right.
Working my ass off, probably.
Yeah.
Sun down.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much what we all do, you know. It's just
It's
where are you doing it, you know? You doing it in the AC or you doing it somewhere else? Because I'm working, baby.
Yes,
this
sir.
is work.
Yeah.
This is work.
But we're inside on some nice couches.
Richard just bought
cool
these.
air.
They are Gucci. They are Gucci couches. First red ones Gucci ever made. Dude, so how do you come to a gym like this and then just kind of turn into who you are now? You know, what's been the steps since you showed up? Was it pay your dues, or how much did you need to learn in jiu-jitsu and martial arts before you started really feeling confident? And then how much did Richard and everybody coaching here like play a part into that? Just kind of talk a while about like what it is like showing up to this place. Because you're the champ now.
I'm the
so,
champ.
like, you know, that's the best of the best in the little area that you're in, which is not a little area. It's cool.
In the Midwest.
It's badass. It's pretty badass.
I try
pretty cool.
Yeah. There's times I try not to think about it like that big of an aspect, but it is a big accomplishment, I guess.
Yeah, it is. You came from nowhere. I mean, you know, a town with 45 houses. You showed up here in the United States. How much English did you know when you showed up?
Zero.
Yeah. And this was
in 2006. So I mean
15 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, for the past 15 years, you've been learning English, learning how to fight, getting a girlfriend, working, all that stuff. Like, how much has being at Kearney Combat pushed you to be who you are now?
Yeah, I made my way to Kearney Combat in 2021. So I kind of had been fighting for 7-8 years. So I kind of already had like experience, knowledge in fighting and stuff.
Okay, there you go.
Coming in, and then I mean, getting here was a blessing in a way, you know what I mean? Getting to meet Richard and all my teammates, because it's a whole different level over here too. And I'm not just saying that because it's my team, and you know what I mean?
So tell us how it's a whole different level versus the old place that you were at for the 7 years versus coming here. What's like a difference that you kind of noticed?
Well, I started back in. I'll go ahead and tell my MMA story background. Started in YouTube Sensei. You know what I mean? When I first realized, I was like, "Oh, damn! I want to do what Anderson Silva's doing." So me and one of my best friends at that time would look things up on YouTube.
Yeah.
And just practice it on each other.
Yeah.
And we thought we were bad. It's like, hell yeah, we thought we were bad, dude. You thought we were bad, and then I used to work at this Mexican restaurant at that time. I'll get to Kearney Combat here in a second.
It's all right.
But it was summertime, maybe in 2011, 12, maybe 12. And they used to do backyard fights in North Platte. Yeah,
That's a good time.
I mean, granted, it's not legal, but they're like, hey, I was on my break, and they're like, hey, do you want to come fight such and such? I was like, man, I gotta work. I gotta come back and work.
You're just on break.
Yeah, I was on break. I had to come back and work, so I was like, screw it. So I went and did it because we thought we were bad. We learned from YouTube.
How old are you? High school?
I was like 18, 19.
Okay.
So we went and did it. It was like 100 degrees outside.
Jeez.
It was outside. They had wrestling mats laid out.
They did.
Yeah, those babies were hot. I had to put my socks on, you know what I mean? That's how we fought. We fought with MMA gloves and socks on, dude. So we moved up. We moved up definitely from that.
A roll around.
Not very many people know that I fought in the backyard, dude. So I made a post.
Socks on. That is.
I made a post like a month ago. Mm-hmm. I can't recall the person that mentioned. I remember watching you in the backyard fight, and like that just it made me laugh and smile because I was like, yeah, that's how far we've become, you know?
Right. It's kind of almost just like poetic, you know. You're doing backyard fights, and of course now you're here, you know. Yeah. I would have been, if I was backyard fighting, I would have been the guy that lost to you and then ended up here. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it is poetic that you're here.
Yeah, so that's how it went. That was the start, and then ended up moving to Grand Island. 2013, I found a gym there, which since I had a little bit of experience, doing MMA, you know.
Right. You can put it on your resume. I've done MMA with my socks on.
Yeah, bro. So, since I had a little bit of experience, I did look promising, I guess, that it looked like I knew what I was doing.
All right.
So I trained 3 months at that gym, and I made my MMA debut.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So you just told him, yeah, I do MMA.
Yeah.
And then 3 months later, you made a debut.
I went to train and stuff and everything. And then 3 months later, we just went for it, you know?
That's fantastic.
I got thrown around you can find a fight on YouTube and whatnot.
Yeah.
Got thrown around like a sack of potatoes, but good did, bro. I look back at it, I just laugh at that. I was like, damn. Yeah, but we won.
Oh, man.
We won that fight.
You got thrown around like Will Smith throwing out a bag of Jada Pinkett's wigs, dude. Gosh darn, bro. I'm going to try to find that YouTube video.
Man, you're going to be laughing, man. It's like, damn, he was not lying.
Okay, so after that fight, what happens?
So I went there. I fought with that team for, I can't recall how many fights, but maybe 6, 7. I won my first amateur championship fighting out of there.
Yeah.
Without my coach at that time, Eddie.
So that's at 20 years old?
Nah, I had to wait a little bit because I wasn't here legally. So when I came to the U.S., yeah, I had to. I'm a border hopper, you know what I mean? I can say it.
Hey, dude, it's up to you. We edit it anyway, so it's up to you.
Dang. I can't edit it, man. Except I didn't hop it. I went under it. I said it. Breaking news. Shit. Oh no. Oh. Oh god. I was like, where are you going, man? Oh, thank.
Oh my gosh.
No, so I had to wait because
That's too funny.
So I'm here. I'm still here on a work permit at the moment.
Okay.
So I had to wait until I
Oh God.
I received a work permit to be able to fight because you have to show
Holy shit.
Social Security and whatever.
Yeah.
So I had to wait like 2 years. So I didn't make my debut till how old was I?
They make you wait 2 years for the work visa?
Yeah, well, I was in the legal process of getting it one out.
2 years just seems like such a long time. I mean, what are you supposed to do while you're waiting? You know, what do they expect you to do? You got to work.
I mean, I was still hustling, you know. I was working however I could.
What kind of hustling we talking about? We selling Kool-Aid at a Kool-Aid stand, bro? You charging $5 for a lemonade or what?
Anything we could.
Really?
Now, gladly, I've
so
met
fentanyl. So you brought fentanyl here? You're the one who brought fentanyl?
Nah, it was not me, man.
You said anything?
Anything about that?
Okay, so like, how are you making money at this time while trying to go fight?
Luckily, I met a lot of good people in my life. You know what I mean?
Help you out.
And yeah, I
Good.
was working at this restaurant.
Good.
And they would, pay me
Feel it.
under the table, however you want to say it.
Made sure you had enough money to take care of yourself.
Yeah, and that's what I was doing. I went to college for 1 semester, and then I that's when I made my mind that I was like, nah, this college thing is not for me. And that's when I fully committed to fighting.
Yeah.
So I was going to college for to major in art.
Really?
Yeah, because I used to be decent at drawing.
Do you still draw?
I have not in a long time.
That's
but
all right.
I think I still got it.
Yeah?
Just takes practice, just like anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
So
you were an art major turned fighter.
Yeah, just still
it takes
doing
all
art,
kinds.
Still doing art, just different type. That's mixed martial arts.
Yeah, you paint with blood.
Yeah.
Son. I paint the canvas on the floor with blood.
Yes, sir.
Call me Picasso.
I was decent at art. That's like I said, I've met a lot of good people throughout being here in the US.
So what about Kearney Combat? Get back to showing up at Kearney Combat and how do you feel like you're more motivated working at this gym, versus other gyms? Do you feel like what's the community feel like? How's the coaching? All that.
So when I first got here, I told Richard, like, I want to train. I want to get back to fighting because I had not fought in like 3 years. So I had to slowly show Richard and the team that I was like a good asset for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I had
prove
to,
it.
in a way, earn the respect of my coach and my team.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was here for like a year before I even fought for Kearney Combat.
Really, just training, working it. So who was working with you that whole time? Did you have like a certain training partner? Yeah. Did you have a certain coach focusing on you or anything like that? Or were you just kind of like one of the guys like
showing up? I was just one of the guys showing up constantly. Before I even moved, I used to live in North Platte. I was driving 3 times a week.
Wow. Holy cow.
From North Platte to here.
Like 90 minutes one way.
Yeah. So I did
3
that
times a week.
Yeah, I did that for like 2 months. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to move.
Just a second. That's the kind of commitment that it takes to be at an elite level of anything. If you have a gym that you can go to and it's probably one of the best in the area, but 90 minutes away, if you care about something, you're going to make it happen. The best of the best make it happen, okay? So whatever you want to do in your life, you got to go and make it happen. You might have to drive 90 minutes one way, okay? So I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to hear it. That's all I got.
Sure.
All right.
Tell him.
That's all I got.
No, but yeah, I did that for like two months, and then I moved here. Then then I started coming here, and then like I said, I'll just show up. Granted, at that time, they were not as strict, like the team regulations.
Oh,
the
okay.
gym.
So Richard's turned into a real Richard, if you know what I'm saying.
It's for the best for the gym, you know what I mean? And it's been over the past year and a half.
Yeah, Richard wants the best of the best, and he wants you on time, and he wants you when he wants you, okay? So that's just how it is.
And
that get it. If you don't, then...
Yeah, that's one thing I loved about when I first moved here. Richard, like...
So you like that?
Yeah, I could tell Richard's, like, how much he loved this gym, creating people like UFC fighting caliber people. Like when you talk to him about MMA, his dreams, where he wants to be, like you can just see it. You know, when you talk to someone and they're just like
he gets real furrowed brow.
Yeah,
he gets real serious. He gets real dark. He gets real pointy eyes. You know, I start to see things. It gets cloudy every time he does it too. Just clouds. It's just like. Like lightning starts happening, and he's just like, I just want to break the world with my training. I just want to take over the country with the gym. I just want.
Yeah, man.
You know, that's how he gets. That's how he gets. It's true, huh? You've seen it.
So just seeing him, just the way how passionate he is, and that kind of like, it's like, okay, we're in the same path. You know what I mean? Like that's how I felt about my career.
So it was really easy to show up and see that right away.
Yeah, so I was like, all right. Plus the team, like, granted, they'd kick my ass at first, you know what I mean? And they still do. They still do. It's just, I mean, it is what it is. MMA, it's hard, man. Showing up.
Well, you're the best of the best, but are you saying that you could be the best of the best, but still have stuff to learn?
Yeah, definitely. Especially,
come on. Don't tell me that. Are you saying that?
Yeah, bro. I got a lot to learn. In MMA, you never stop learning, dude. Because that's one thing I've learned. Like, the moment that you think you know everything, that's when you start, like, being arrogant. And, like, I've met a couple people throughout different gyms for my career or whatever that they're like that. I know people, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like, you tried to show him something.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Oh.
And then you kind of let it slide, you know what I mean? You tried to show him a couple more times, and they're back to that.
Yeah.
And that's when you're just like, all right, you know it all. Apparently, there's nothing else we can teach you. You really can't have that mentality. So even though, like you said, I'm the champ, got the belt, there's still a lot that I need to learn.
And who do you learn it from?
The best of the best.
But also your teammates, coaches, like you're learning when you're doing this type of thing constantly, right?
Yeah, I mean,
you can learn from anybody.
You have to have teammates, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Teammates that are willing to put the work in as well, just like you. And without teammates, I mean, there'd be just you and your coach. I mean, granted, you can make it happen, but you know what I mean? It's not the best thing to do. So
right, some people are maybe they need that for more specific one-on-one time, but just from being with a team, what kind of benefits do you see from having teammates that build you up and spar with you without trying to hurt you and take things seriously, don't slack off? What kind of benefits do you see from having a team aspect instead of a one-on-one type coaching?
Well, teammates, having that type of teammates, they just keep you on track. You know what I mean? Keep you on track, because if you're slacking, there's obviously you build a relationship with certain teammates that some of them, they can tell you, hey, what's going on? You need to do this, or pick it up, or you know what I mean? You build that relationship that they hold you accountable. And like there's obviously every gym there's teammates that are newer, more experienced, and then the people up there. And obviously the ones that are been doing it for longer or more experienced, they're the ones that, if you're at that level, or even if you're not, you're aiming to, in a way, to beat that guy, you know what I mean? Or like, man, I want I want to do what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
So that encourages you to do better, to like challenge yourself, or like you, let's say such and such clips you with this and that, and he keeps doing it over and over again, and you just kind of like, man, how is he doing that? Like, yeah, I got to figure it out. Or you can even ask him. That's the good thing about here too. Like, it's like, hey, let's say Jose. Hey Jose, like what do you do here, or why do you keep hitting me with this? Like, is it something that you could tell me, like how you do it? You know what I mean? Even at this level, I still do it. Like during jiu-jitsu and stuff. Like Alex, he way more experience in jiu-jitsu than me. You know what I mean? He's the GOAT.
Yeah, he's been doing it a while, huh?
Yeah. So any advice, like I said, you got to keep that white belt mentality.
What's a white belt for somebody that doesn't know anything?
White belt is when you do jiu-jitsu, that's the first belt that you start at.
Oh, okay.
So as the years go, or however the belt system of your gym is, you keep going from white belt, blue belt, and such.
Right. I'm a triple black myself, but I don't want to talk about it too long.
But yeah, having good teammates like that, more experience, it's just like it makes you want to be better yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you've definitely seen it just for your own mentality kind of help you show up every day with a little bit of a want to be better. Yeah, then at least you're just trying to be better than your teammates maybe.
Yeah, in a way there has to be the return. I sometimes talk about it. We sit here after lifting sessions or whatever. Has to be like a little rival, like rival.
Yeah, rivalry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Between you and your teammates, not necessarily to whoop each other's butt, but you know.
Yeah.
To have that competitiveness.
Yeah.
And there's a couple guys that do that for me, and like I said, it just makes you want to be better.
Nice. I like that, you know?
Yeah, it's good.
I was just thinking. I didn't have a question lined up. I was just listening and thinking. Sometimes I like to do that. You know?
And I have to.
Okay. So when you get that fixed, what's your plan on coming back to the gym and getting started going again? What are you going to be? What are some of the things that you eat? How do you sleep? You know, what are some of the things that you do to sleep that take care of your recovery? Because that gets fixed a ton in your sleep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what's your plans for coming back, and then how do you take care of yourself day to day?
When I come back, I'm gonna slowly start working. Obviously, and like I said, I started coming back. I've been doing runs and whatever I can.
Right.
That way, I'm not too far behind the team that have fights coming up. That way I can hop right in and help them out. Because, like I said, they've helped me out.
Look at the mentality around here. Look at this mentality really quick, okay? He's the champ. He's injured and he wants to come back. His first thing that he says is, I'm going to help out other people. Hey, why don't you quiet down over there? Hey. Coach Alex, gosh darn.
Yeah,
his first thing was just, I want to get back and start helping out my teammates. Dude, that's beautiful. So they've been helping you out this whole time,
Of course, dude.
How have they been helping you out?
They just, like I said, they've made me better through like my wrestling.
But with your like
contact, with this?
Though. Yeah, like.
Let's see. So I've been having a little too much fun, let's say. You know what I mean? That's one thing that I'm blessed.
What do you mean? You out drinking or what?
Not out in public, but
okay.
At home.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm a drinking guy, even during fight camp. Even when I won that belt, you know what I mean? Not to put it out there, but...
It's your life, boss. It don't matter.
I didn't have a fight lined up or anything.
Right.
I was still showing up for the past year and a half. I've showed up 2 times a day. every day when I'm required. And I just, sometimes you just get home from work and you're like, I need something refreshing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that's me.
Yeah.
But since I had my broken hand, obviously I didn't have to train or do anything.
Okay.
Or be here at 7 a.m.
Right.
It's like, maybe I'll enjoy myself a little bit.
Yeah.
Which I've been doing, and then I got carried away. I mean, I wasn't getting wasted or anything.
Right.
But, yeah. So, thankfully, Jose Hernandez is my teammate.
Shout out to.
Yeah, so Richard, like I told you, like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. He's like, Fino, I need you to be here tomorrow at the gym at 7 a.m. And me and Jose work together. We have this other job of cleaning this place up. So whenever we go there, we just chit-chatting all the time. And I was like, yeah, dude, so Richard said he wants me back to the gym tomorrow at 7 a.m. And I was like, I wonder whose idea that was. And and he's like, I don't know, man. Because obviously he
snitched on you.
Nah, he's my roommate, so he kind of knows what's going on in this
getting
and that.
fat, getting lazy.
So so he's like, I'm doing it for your own good. So that's that kind of good teammate that he is, you know. He saw me getting too happy with the brewskis. He's
culture,
like,
culture, baby.
He needs to get back in the gym. So that's the first great thing that my teammate did,
dude.
And like I said, beautiful. I have that kind of people around me. So I was like, yeah. I wasn't mad about it. I was mad about getting up at 7 a.m. the next day, but we showed up, you know. So I'm thankful for him.
So great people. So I'm getting an idea here. Great people have great people around them.
Exactly, dude. You know that.
No way.
You know how that goes.
No way. You telling me your friends aren't a bunch of alcoholic losers?
I mean,
are you telling me you hang out with successful people and that's why you're successful? Whoa.
Yeah.
Makes sense, huh? So, okay. So where do you want to go with fighting, huh?
The goal from the beginning is to make it to the UFC.
All right.
That was my goal and my best friend's goal at that time. His name's Ryan McDonald.
Shout out to him.
We even had our graduation together with UFC gloves on it. That's how committed we were, bro.
You stood at your graduation reception with UFC gloves?
Like, you know, the invitations for our grad
Oh,
invitations?
okay.
It's kind of corny or whatever, but it's just me and him. And
I thought you were standing there at your reception with gloves on. People were trying to shake your hand. You're like,
nope.
Sorry.
Square up.
Yeah. If you hit me, then you don't have to pay $20 when you come in. And don't take too much pasta. Also, my mom didn't make enough.
No, but that's
funny.
That's how committed we were and how much we believed that we would do it. Yeah. And thankfully he did. He made it to the UFC.
Really?
Ryan. Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Yep. He made it.
He's in the UFC right now.
He had a couple fights, didn't go his way. So
right.
Yeah, they ended up releasing him, but he's great, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
he went all the way up that ladder.
To make it up there, it's a lot of people's dreams, including mine. You know what I mean?
You won already.
Even till this day, and that's what keeps me. That's one thing that keeps me going too. Is like in a way, like we made a fucking promise that we're gonna make it. I was like, he did it. Yeah. What? Like, why can I do it? You know what I mean?
Well, and you can't do that to yourself, though. You can't do that to yourself, though, because some people are just different.
Yeah.
Like, you're an animal, but there's just some level of people that, you know, they're just different. They're better.
I agree.
Like, I was fast in high school, but I definitely was not going to be the fastest ever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just, like, I knew, you know. I'm not saying that about you, but, like, you can't hold yourself down with that kind of mentality. Like, how come I can't just do it, even though it's frustrating?
No, I know it takes a lot of hard work and all this. I'm saying I can do it. I believe I can do it.
Good.
And that's why I'm still here going at it after I've had so many injuries. Richard is like, you're the most injury person I know.
Right.
And I to anyone that has gone through the injuries that I've been through, I don't know if they would have been pushing the way I am. I strongly believe they wouldn't. Maybe there'd be a handful of people that would, but not a lot. But so
I like that confidence.
you know what I mean?
I like that.
I just show up and work.
I just show up and get to work.
Yeah, that's one thing I learned from a lot of people that I've met. You know, they just show up and do the work, and I've know a lot of people that are successful from doing just that.
What do you notice about those people besides just they're successful? What do you notice about somebody that just shows up, gets to work?
Well, there's one person in particular. He's one of my sponsors. He's like a mentor too. But he's Twin J, Scott Johnson.
Shout out to Scott Johnson over at Twin J.
Yes, sir.
Boy, this guy's sponsor, his dad over here.
In a way, yeah. But he just tells me his life story in a way too. You know, I've gone to his house. We had you could almost be a freaking podcast. We just talked that long.
Yeah.
So he told me his life story. I told him mine, and he just perseverance is the one thing. You know, he's going through so many bad things that he doesn't blame anyone for those bad things. He just takes it, takes it like a shot in the face, and just keep going. It's kind of like fighting, I mean, sometimes you're going to get hit, you just keep on going. Mm-hmm. They got perseverance. They don't blame anyone. They don't complain. Ooh. No complaining. I mean,
they don't blame anybody. That's a good one. Don't gloss over that real quick. They take accountability, huh?
Yeah, you kind of have to, for the things that, I mean, some things might not be your fault or whatever, but I mean, what does blaming someone else do for you? Mm-hmm. It kind of holds you in that spot of holding a grudge towards someone or whatever.
Yeah.
And that kind of holds you back from focusing on your own thing,
you're not focused.
Yeah, like
you're literally not focusing on it. Yeah,
that's one thing, and he just, like I say, he just shows up and does his thing, go home.
Yeah, so he's got accountability. How do you see the people like that leading?
Accountability. I mean, he's been through. He's been through it where he knows what it took to be there, so he kind of knows how to it's like a dad, I mean,
totally.
He knows the ways, so he just knows how the job's gonna get done. Mm-hmm. The job's not gonna get done if you half-ass it,
Mm-hmm.
So he holds his team accountable because he owns a company.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So he holds his
Twin J is a trucking company?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So he holds his team accountable for doing their job because even though he owns it, he's still showing up and he works himself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Any other person probably would
they're on the beach.
Just sit back and just have their workers. That's another thing that I love about that, dude.
Yeah, they're at the College World Series. They're not taking the hand of their employees and saying, "Hey, let's go today. Let's do this day."
Right.
They're sitting back and watching and going, you probably do that different. Go over there and probably tell Robbie over there. You probably shouldn't do that.
Or why didn't this get done? Or that.
Yeah. They're not.
He knows why, and he knows.
Dude, boom. He's boots on the ground.
I mean, that's how, in a way, how Richard is with the team. He's here. Yeah. He's here. Morning practices, evening practices.
Oh yeah. Guy is tired all the time.
There's days. I mean, even myself, there's days he comes in. He's just like cheer up, Richard.
Yeah, dude, I see it. You see it on him.
And I only say that because he gives me crap,
Oh yeah, no, it's all love. It's all love.
Smile, dude. Come on, why are you? And then I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And the next day, maybe 2 days after, I bring the same energy that he brought when he's like,
There you go. You need each other.
It's great. Yeah. Thankfully we build a good relationship with the team that we can joke around and, be serious at the same time.
This is a fighting gym. Does it ever get serious? Does it ever get heated? Has it ever gone to blows in here and you've had to sit somebody down and put them in timeout, or?
I mean, he has a couple times, but not like that. Like not just.
Well, not Richard specifically. Like has anybody in here been like too?
Okay. Usually they're good about keeping their things out of the gym, like personal or whatever. They want to beat each other up,
Right. Maybe even during sparring, has there ever been like a hey?
Yeah, depends. If we all know what's going on or whatever, and they want to squash it out. Like, granted, it's a safe place to do it.
Exactly. Nobody's calling. You're just gonna lose. There's gonna be a loser.
Yeah, and there's been like times like that where it gets heated, even during sparring, like leading up to fights. Sometimes both people get carried away, and then I mean, if it's going bad or whatever, then Richard steps in and it's like, "Yo, chill." Yeah. But it hasn't escalated to that point where someone's like curb stomping somebody or something,
Yeah, good. Yeah. That's what you don't want.
Yeah.
But you think about it because you're like, maybe as somebody that's joining a gym for the first time or thinking about joining a gym, they're like, oh, I don't want to. Those are mean people. They're all mean. They're going to hit me. They're all fighters. No. These are the friendliest people because they get the fighting out in the appropriate time. Right, you understand? Right. They have an outlet. It's not just, don't touch me. Don't talk to me. I'll kill you. They're so friendly. You go to a gym where there's big dudes. Yeah, there's a whole lot of like testosterone going on. And there's a whole lot of like, things going on with the people's emotions and everything like that. But for the most part, everybody at a gym is helpful. And everybody at the gym is looking to connect. So like that's not the fight, the fighting aspect is in an appropriate area. So they get it out, you know what I'm saying? It's not just like they're lions or something where they're constantly looking for things to eat.
Definitely not.
No.
Outside the gym when I'm out and about, I'm just the friendliest person or whatever. I might not be so talkative and stuff, but if you say hi to me, if you need this, need that, I'll do it. But when I come in, I'm still the same way. But when it comes down to like hard sparring, do this, do that, like you got to dial in,
Yeah.
But other than that, like you said, everyone's like we're all human. You know what I mean? We all.
Oh, you show emotion.
Yeah, we all gotta take care of each other.
Yeah.
It's like a family. It's literally I see everyone here at the gym more than my family.
Right.
My girlfriend. I see Richard more than I see my girlfriend. Like Jose, Hayden, Vanessa. Yeah, I see all those guys more than I see my girlfriend. Like I said, my family.
Yeah,
my family lives in North Platte. I knew that was a part of this whole move thing.
Yeah,
you got to sacrifice some things to achieve your goals.
Yeah.
So I knew that was part of it, and we're here and we're doing it.
Making that decision to move, how did you kind of knew that you wanted to keep it going, but like what were the reasons for the move? What was kind of that mentality moving away from family? Because I know, like you said, Mexicans stay with their family, like people of culture stay with their family. It's a United States thing to move away. So what was that kind of feeling, even though you were in the United States and it's more like an acceptable thing because of where you are? But how did you feel about it moving away?
Well, like I said, I came here at a young age, 13, and I picked up on the ways of the Americans in a way.
Right.
So that was the same as any 18-year-old graduating. Can't wait to get out of this house. You know what I mean? And like I said, my dad moved away from when I was young. Mm-hmm. So I love my dad, but we didn't really have that connection. You know what I mean? That you normally would with the dad. That you don't want to get away from him, or you know what I mean. You want to stay close. That family.
Yeah.
And my mom, it's my stepmom. Thankful, shout out to her. I turned out the way I did. She's strict, man.
She had a heavy hand on your life in a good way, in a positive way.
Yeah. At that time, I didn't appreciate it, you know, because you're a kid, you know.
Yeah.
Like, man,
yeah.
what the hell? Why me? And I had siblings, and it was just me that got the bad end of the stick all the time. But now I see why, you know.
Mm-hmm. You needed that.
Yeah. So, like I said, I had that picked up on the American ways or whatever. So I don't know. I just wasn't too big of a deal in a way to move away from family. But because I wasn't really, even though I lived there, I was always doing my own thing, you know.
Yeah.
Probably live like 5-10 minutes away from them and always doing my thing.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, I thought about it, but it didn't really affect me much, and they understand and how much this fighting thing means to me.
Yeah.
So they know that I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to get to where I want to be.
Yeah.
Even my friends know that too, because I had a lot of close friends over there. A couple of them closer than others, and
of course.
I was like, man, I gotta move.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucked, but just like family, like they understood, you know. And I'm still cool with them till this day. I go see them every once in a while, or they come here.
Yeah,
but like I said, it's a dream of mine that's been planted a long time ago, and I'm still pursuing it. So I'm gonna keep doing it until I get there.
It's really cool to hear about you having the initiative and the prerogative to start making decisions like I need to move to Kearney and go to the gym more, and then having your family and friends understand. Like that's like a surefire tell that you're making a right decision, because your friends and family are like, oh, this is gonna suck, but you got to go. Definitely. You got to make that jump, because that's who you are.
Yep.
You know?
Yes, sir. Even now that I live here in Kearney, I mean, I don't know too many people besides the people here at the gym. But because I have my girlfriend and stuff, and even I got to sacrifice time from seeing her and stuff, you know.
Oh yeah,
and she knows, because she's in school. She's grinding it out herself.
Yeah.
So she knows the sacrifice you got to make. So there's days that I'm invited to this or that. I was like, oh no, sorry, I can't go. I got practice at 7. That was a thing that we started implemented like a year and a half ago. So when I fought in March of last year, I broke my fibula.
Oh, dude,
that was my first fight back.
Really?
After I had broken both of my bones on my leg from kicking. Jeez. I was getting ready for a fight in 2019, and I went down to Arizona to do my fight camp.
Yeah.
So we were just sparring and threw a kick, and the person checked it, which as you should.
Yeah, with their shin.
Yeah. I mean, that's a technique.
That's literally what you do.
So he checked it, and I just felt it, sharp pain. Broke. And I was just laying there, like, I was telling my friend Ryan, the one that made it to the UFC, I was like, I think my leg's broken. Like, with that kind of chill face, you know. I was just like, and he's like, what do you mean? I was like, yeah, it's broken. I can't move it. And then he's like, try to pick it up. So I was trying to pick it up and just kind of see the bone like lift a little bit.
No.
Yeah. So that happened in 2019, and then like I said, I had to get surgery, do this, do that. And it took a long time to be able to even run, you know. So when I showed up here in 2021, I was still trying to pivot, right, and do this, do that.
Yeah.
So I fought in March, and most people knew I had broken my leg already, because I posted it and whatever. They're gonna find out, right?
Yeah.
Regardless. So when I fought in March, I tried to go back to my orthodox stance, which is your left leg forward.
Right.
That's for any right hand people. Because I got used to fighting southpaw.
Oh, you did.
With my right leg forward.
Right.
So I had to switch it back up just so my broken leg wouldn't be in front. It'd be a target.
Really? You want to protect it like that?
Yeah. So even till this day, it's good now, but since it was my first fight back last March, I was still hesitant of throwing it, this, that. Because imagine going through something like that. I know Anderson Silva's going through it.
Yeah.
Chris Weidman, they're big fighters in the UFC. And
yeah.
Granted, they had their career, but they didn't do too hot after they came back.
Yeah,
so
I heard about Silva after whatever happened, and then he came back. He just definitely wasn't the same, but still an absolute animal.
Yeah, he had a amazing career, dude. He's, like I said, he's the reason why I started even doing this.
Yeah, he's Hall of Fame, right? He's Hall of Fame for sure.
Yeah,
he's Hall of Fame for sure.
So that broke my fibula broke, and shit. Where were we going with this? I kind of went off track. Oh, how the gym set up expectations and stuff.
Yeah. So
the guy that I fought, he was definitely bigger in size than me, and because I used to walk around, like I said, in high school, 119.
Yeah.
So when I first made my MMA debut, I used to walk around 133 pounds.
Really?
And I fought at 125.
Right.
Which that's not a lot of weight. And even till when I came here, I was walking around like 140, 42.
Yeah, okay.
Small.
Yeah, that's like me. That's like pretty much me. I'm just like 5'8", 145.
Which is
that's
small.
It. Small.
5'8". Yeah.
Just small.
I think that's medium.
I'd say schmedium. Extra sexy, actually. That's what all my T-shirts say. Can't find the tags that say small. They just say extra sexy.
That's it, bro.
Dude,
so
we have an hour and 2 minutes in. I want to ask you one more question if you're done with going over that last thing that you were talking about.
Let me finish that part.
Okay.
Because I broke that leg and I was smaller in size.
Right.
So that's when we started implementing our weightlifting program, because we were just doing it on our own, We just show up to practice at 7, do our thing, and whatever you do outside the gym. It was kind of required that you do your own little work, but we implemented that, and ever since we started that, we started doing setting standards for the team. We started doing that with my other roommate. His name's Jack Ganwich. He played for the Huskers.
Shout out to him.
He
Uncle Jack.
He knew a little bit of strength and conditioning stuff from his.
He knows a little bit. The guy's not too smart, and he don't know many things, but he knows a little bit. When he showed up, he knew a little bit about strength training when he showed up here.
He got as strong as hell, man. That's for sure.
Well, don't give him too much credit. Come on.
No, but so we started that. They started setting standards for the team. So we got to be here at 7 a.m. on the dot. No later. Not 1 second later, dude.
Not 1 second.
If you were late, you'd have to do get-ups.
Yeah, holding the 45s.
Yeah, 45s. Luckily, we're lighter. We get the 35s.
Oh, come on. All right, holding the 35s.
Yeah, this still sucks. 100 of them.
100 get-ups because you're late. So you got to lay all the way down on your back.
So you
and then get
down, back up.
Ooh.
And that was we started doing that with it was just one person getting punished.
Yeah.
And we sucked so bad, dude, for like a month.
Yeah.
Like I would show up late all the time. Jose would show up late. Then Hayden. We show up late.
You guys didn't get it? You guys are just like...
I was like, I mean, it sucked. We weren't used to it. We weren't used to those
7
standards.
Yeah.
Because, it sucked. But
Yeah.
then after that, I don't know if him and Richard sat together and they're like, okay, what if we hold him accountable? If one person's late, then the whole team has to do get-ups.
Yeah.
And then that's when we kind of like, oh, no, man, I'm not going to do my teammates like that. So
yeah, there you go.
We started showing up on time. There's granted a couple times that we were still late, not by choice.
Yeah.
Just because we woke up late or whatever. But
yeah, timing issues.
That's what brought the standards. That's what the beginning where all these standards that we have now started.
Mm-hmm. So Jack started them. Sounds like Jack's a big part of him. Yeah, of coming in and getting like a more strict kind of mentality instead of so much of a lax. Even though Richard didn't have a relaxed mentality, it was just Jack's been at the best level.
Yeah, because
he possibly could everywhere he went, and he understands. Hey, this is not
exactly.
This is how we need to do it. Okay,
he knew what it takes to be an athlete and to be a professional athlete, because like you said,
the little things, the best of the best.
He's been there, and he played for the Huskers. He played for the NFL.
Yeah, he's worked under some amazing leaders and coaches.
Yeah, and that's a great thing about Richard. He doesn't limit himself to what he knows and what he is open-minded to what other people have been through and what they're doing. You know, how did they get to that level? You know, that's why he brought him in, and that's why we have the urgency or the mentality that we have now as a team.
Yeah.
Because even now, because it was like a test in a way. It was just 4 of us. And then now, all those standards that we started a year ago, they're being held accountable to the rest of the team. You know, so...
Yeah. So U core are like the core that's U4, or like the 4 that's kind of sponsored athletes, or
by Twin J, or what do you mean?
Well, Dynasty, Twin J, were you the 4 that were sponsored by the?
Well, as far as sponsorship goes, you kind of gotta have that relationship with the Twin J guy. You know what I mean? Kind of gotta talk to him.
Right, but were you the 4 that were sponsored?
I mean, the 4 of us were the ones that started doing all this work, like standards or meetings. How do you call it?
It's more of like a regimen or like a schedule.
Yeah, just regimen that we had to...
a purpose.
Right. At that time, that's who was...
Okay, I get you.
Who was in a team, you know?
So did you guys get... So you weren't really focused on like becoming sponsored at that time, or were you sponsored?
No, that was just a thing that Richard decided to do, since the size difference between my opponent and me was huge. So himself, after every fight, kind of sits back and, as a team or whatever, you could sit back and like, what was it that gave him the advantage, or what could we have done better, or this and that. And Richard came to mind that we need to start a lifting program. But it didn't really, like, we didn't have to do it, you know. It's just an idea that had to be done.
Mm-hmm. Then you guys had that lifting area in here, yeah? Was that where you would come and lift?
Yep, that's where we started lifting. We didn't have that many weights at that time, but we made it work.
Yeah.
Yep.
How did you feel the difference when you were lifting and then started fighting versus not lifting and fighting?
I felt stronger, faster, and my conditioning was a lot better, definitely. And did good, because I did fight, and that was another thing that Jack would ask after every fight. So how do you feel in there? And to see how he could make us better too, you know. But I definitely felt a lot better compared to if I wasn't doing all that. we've had a lot of help. You know, then Jack kind of stepped away because of life and work and stuff, and then we made Quincy,
Right. Okay.
UNK. And
Yeah.
he started implementing what he knew. You know, I
Yeah.
know you had an interview with him.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a cool dude.
Yep.
Screw him for leaving.
Yeah, it was
Just kidding.
sad, dude. Sad to see him go.
You hate to meet a really cool dude like that, and then you got to go away.
Yeah, but we appreciate Quincy. You know, everything he did for us.
Oh, he's a gangster. He's gonna do great things.
He left a blueprint of what we need to do in order to get ready for fights. You know, so we're gonna be using that for sure.
Oh yeah, and he's just a phone call away.
Exactly.
It's a good time. It's a good time. So the last question before we wrap it up, we're at 1:10 or an hour and 10. What is your mentality going into the cage, man? That's a scary feeling for most people. You're going in somewhere and you can't come out until the deed is done. And the deed is physically dominate another human being.
Exactly, dude.
When you think about it like that, how do you go into it, dude? Do you go in with a little bit of a smile, or you kind of just like, hey man, I'm coming for that neck?
Yeah, it's I mean, you have to have that killer mentality, which apparently I didn't have because no, seriously.
So you want to have a killer mentality, and I don't got it, but you gotta have it.
No, that's what my mom would say. My girlfriend, everyone would tell me, like, because obviously I've had like 20 plus fights, and they're like, man, you're good, but you don't go in there like trying to, like, you're in a fight. You go in there like you're just in a competition of like just having fun in a way, you know what I mean? Which it is. I mean, you should be having fun.
You're enjoying yourself, yeah.
But I looked at it more like in a competitive way, not necessarily the other guy trying to take my head off and kind of like, back and forth. Or like my mom would, because there's videos of my mom watching my fights and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'd go in there and I'll be fighting. I hurt the dude, and I'm just kind of not necessarily going in for the finish or whatever. And then just my mom's like, "What are you doing? Finish him!" And and
from your mom.
Yeah, that was like the chill mentality that they're talking about. And I was like, I know what you're talking about, but I'm not a mean dude like that. Like,
right?
Like, yes, I'm fighting in there, but I'm not like, I can kill this dude. Like,
right? Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't up. Like, my girlfriend's dad even mentioned it too, because he went to see me do a boxing fight, and he said the same thing. So it came to mind, like, man, what? Maybe these people are right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like thinking, because I sit there and think to myself a lot. You know what I mean? All these things that people say or whatever, I kind of process it in my mind and kind of have like a self-talk, like maybe there's a reason why they're telling me this, and it's not just one person telling me, there's multiple people, you know? So leading up to my last fight for the belt, you know, so what if we switch things up? Like, because I know what they mean, and I know what I have to do to get in that mentality.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So for my last fight, I didn't even talk to anyone the day of the fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Even the weigh-ins, I told usually people stay with me on the night before, whatever. I was like, I just want to be alone, because I knew that's what it was going to take for me to go into that fight.
Yeah, yeah.
With that mentality, you know what I mean? So the night before, I didn't stay with nobody, and the day of the fight, I was just by myself. I was like, I need space. I don't need to be talking to anyone.
Yeah.
If you guys want to see me in that mentality, like, this is the things that I need from you guys. So just leave me alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was the first time I went in with that mentality, and it was, paid off, man. Because normally I'm too patient, too relaxed in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
Which in fighting, I mean, you have to be relaxed, but not too relaxed. In a
Right.
way.
Not slow or lazy.
Yeah, you just gotta be in
calm,
the fight, yeah.
but on point.
But as far as being scared, I think just your preparation has a lot of influence in that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like we were doing everything that you're supposed to do, this, that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to get the butterflies, you know, when you're in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're going to have those emotions, you know?
Yeah. But as far as being scared of being in a fight, I don't think that's a thing for me anyways. Because like I said, all the preparation and stuff, it's just, you're nervous, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, if you prepare right, if you do everything right, you shouldn't be scared. Because I mean, that's what I did. Like I said, I was training for like 9-10 months.
Yeah.
2 times a day, and I mean, obviously they didn't know that because I had not fought in a minute.
Right.
So they're like, it's gonna be a piece of cake.
Yeah.
It's for a 5-round, 25 minutes of fighting, which that was my first 25 minutes.
Right.
My first pro championship.
Yeah.
I had never fought.
25 minutes.
Yeah. Didn't go 25, but I was ready.
Oh, okay.
I was ready. It was like more like 22.
Still, 22 minutes first fight. That's first 5 rounds.
Yeah.
My goodness. It's no joke. That's
ready.
no little time.
Yeah,
that's
I was
a good
ready.
amount of time.
My coach knew I was ready for it.
Yeah.
I just think my opponents, him and his team, didn't think I was ready for that fight.
Yeah. That's how you want it too.
Yeah.
You're ready, but they don't think you're ready.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if that promotion knew I was ready either, but I don't know, I went because he's been killing it. My opponent, Ashton, and he's fighting Jose.
Is he?
Yeah, up until that day, he had been killing it, winning fights, and can't recall how many pro fights he has, but
really,
he's been staying busy, active.
So you guys all know that, like, people that you're fighting, you guys all kind of know each other because it's in Nebraska?
Yeah,
or?
Midwest. So I fought him in 2016, I believe, as an amateur.
Okay. All right.
So, and like I go to all these fights and stuff, and so
makes sense.
He's fighting on almost every card here around here in the Midwest.
Yeah.
And I knew I was gonna fight him again because ever since we fought the first time, he was like, "We're gonna run it back, this, that." I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm down for sure." It just was unexpected that it was.
Yeah. That's a good time.
Definitely good.
When we're at an hour and 17, you got to make a run for it. I can do one more question. It's up to you, boss. Should we end it?
There's a lot of Yeah, I mean we can. There's a lot of topics that we got off track.
That's good.
But
last one is: do you eat your sour gummy worms sour, or do you eat them not sour? Do you have gummy worms sour or not sour?
I don't even.
Don't mess up. This is important. This is an important question,
bears, bro. Not gummy worms.
Oh, gummy bears versus gummy worms.
Yeah, I'm a gummy bear, dude.
All right. No problem.
Nothing against worms, you know. Nothing against
First wrong answer. But that's okay. Okay. Dude, Delfino Benitez, thanks for coming on, dude. This has been a good time.
We'll have to do this again, man. I know I was.
Yeah, we'll be around. We're around
doing this, but we'll get the hang of it.
Yeah, we're around. You did fantastic. You did fantastic.
It's a good time, yeah.
I'd give you the job. Okay, I'd give you the job. Whatever you just interviewed for, I'd give it to you. All right. So you nailed the interview.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you for,
dude.
Thank you for doing this for the team too.
Oh, of course. You. This is what I want to do. Of course.
I know you love doing this, and
yeah,
we love doing what we do. So it's kind of good to talk about.
Yeah. It's important to me it's important to me to connect with people and to help build up people that I see potential in, Yeah. So, yeah, this is what I want to do. But yeah, dude, thanks for coming on again.
Well, thank you.
This has been episode 2 of Kearney Combat Sports, KCS, the podcast. Go ahead, go over to YouTube and go to Kearney Combat Sports YouTube. You will see this episode there. If you don't go there, go to Ugly Franco Show on Spotify and go to Joshua White YouTube on YouTube, and you can listen to this episode there. So, yeah, this has been Delfino Benito. Delfino El Guapo Benitez.
You get it.
Thanks, buddy. See you soon.
I appreciate you.